The Dakar is a rally unlike any other. It was founded by Thierry Sabine, who got lost during a Pan-Africa rally in the year of 1977. He figured it would be a great test of grit and determination, and thus, in the year 1978, it was born, starting from Paris, France, all the way down to Dakar in Senegal. Over the decades, the Dakar has only gotten bigger and better. This year, 334 vehicles across 5 categories will compete. Hundreds more will support the race, and 534 racers will start, out of which 135 of them will be attempting it for the very first time. And in another first, the Dakar will be hosted in only one country this year, Peru.
But if for a moment you think that the Dakar has been scaled down, well, think again.
The rally this year will cover a total distance of 5,000 kilometers, out of which 70% of that is going to be in sand.
It's the motorsport legend, now 41-year-old by this edition, and it's the pureness of adventure, of the length of this durability test of man and machine, which makes it so exciting. So this is just a kind of a virus. When you get it, you can't get rid of it anymore. Yeah, this Dakar here in Peru is my personal 9th Dakar as team manager. Now the 3rd time with Hero MotoSports.
The unique thing about Dakar is that it is not a televised sport, which means that our main emphasis for all the communication, or our main peg for communication, becomes the digital medium. So when I travel with the team, I don multiple hats, while I'm also looking at ways to understand what are the opportunities for nice stories and what are the nice highlights of the day.
Hero as the brand is always known for their products in terms of reliability, durability, efficiency. For us, the ultimate testing ground of these products is in this sporting arena. And what better arena than the Dakar itself, the toughest race on the planet.
Over the last years we have seen many different countries here in South America and all kind of climatic zones. Now this year we are in one country only, and also kind of one terrain only, in dunes and sand, and of course it also requires specific preparation. We have seen last year many technical problems and rider accidents and crashes happened in the stretch of Peru. So this is something what we are having to focus on, to don't do mistakes here.
Government support is critical in an event like this, where the first scrutineering happened in a military base. This year, Team Hero MotoSports is gunning for a competitive finish, and this is how they have prepared for the rally.
5th year here in the Dakar. Every year you learn a little bit of the race, and I think this year I feel like really I've prepared a lot better than I have over the last couple of years. So I'm kind of really excited.
It's just going to be a tough Dakar again. Of course, sand is going to be hard on the body, on your mental part, and also on the bikes. So I think it's going to be a strategic race.
My strategy will be exactly the same as last year, crossing the finish line every day, finish every stage, and then we'll see what happens on the last day with the results.
I just want to finish what I started last year. It wasn't a good moment, and I didn't finish the rally because of my accident. So this year, I came with the idea of finishing what I started last year. And then we'll see.
Yeah, we worked really hard on a bike during this season. We started in Merzuga, and after we developed something new, race by race.
We spent a lot of time testing and developed better suspension. It's handling a lot better, and even the power delivery is a lot different from what it was last year. So I think it's going to make our lives a lot easier when we ride in the dunes. When we started, of course, there was a lot of input coming out from Europe because they have a lot of experience. But I think today now we reached the stage where there's a lot of contribution that's coming also from CIT, and I think next year is a really exciting year, because every year there's more involvement of Indians and CIT, so to speak, in the project, and it's only going to continue in this trend, and not really far off from having a bike that's 100% Indian.
70% being in sand. So how difficult is it going to be navigating just oceans of sand?
Who let this guy out?
Who let the dogs out? People in India. He's the most famous guy in India. He told me he's gonna be the king of India.
Portuguese mafia.
And he's hiring me as his security guard.
Huh? In the Portuguese mafia.
No, I'm gonna be his security guard in India. Peace.
Said if you came to party like we came to party, say hell yeah. If you came to party like we came to party, say hell yeah. And yo, if you're with this MC, and you came to party in a place to be, I wanna hell yeah. Alright now, repeat that to me.
This is something I haven't seen before. Tens of thousands of people around me, thousands more watching from the cliffs. I've had to come up here, catch a little bit of peace and quiet, because all of them are celebrating. They're having a great time. They're dancing and the booze is flowing, all to celebrate all the contestants who are going to be hitting the rally tomorrow. This isn't the calm before the storm. This is the storm before the storm.
We are celebrating our 10th anniversary in South America, and this is true that the Dakar is extremely popular. In South America, we have competitors coming from all the countries. In South America, we have millions of people alongside the road for each edition, and the South American continent has completely adopted the Dakar.
We've done a ton of rallies every year. What makes the ceremonial start here in Peru or South America special?
Yeah, this year they have dedicated a full day basically for this ceremonial start, and it's a very nice place here in Lima, the Lima Bay in Magdalena Beach, and it's open for the public, so there are really thousands of people here, and they can go walk into the bike village and see the Dakar competitors, see all the suppliers of Dakar and a big podium, and it's really nice. Tomorrow we get an early start to get the riders out of Lima already to the special stage in Pisco, 250 kilometers to go.
Starting order of the rally happens in a reverse grid fashion. So depending on your number, you start from the highest number to the lowest. And that is dependent on how you finished the rally last year. So CS Santhosh is out first at number 50. We have number 27. That is Joaquim Rodrigues. And number 7 behind me right here is Oriol Mena. Now he had an amazing top 10 finish last year, and that yellow sticker is a sign of that. From here, there's no turning back. You either come back home in one piece, or maybe you might not even come back home at all. It's really important for the riders to just focus on the next 10 days. Even though everything is sort of calm, they know that anything can happen, and you don't want to push right in the beginning. So I'm going to cut to some action now, and let's see how they finish stage 1.
You know, the first stage I always get butterflies, and it was no different. I was really nervous going into today's stage.
A little bit emotional because of the accident last year. It's in exactly the same place. So it's kind of a little deja vu, you know. I went through it, so now I want to just put it to back, and I will see how I'll go tomorrow.
Kilometer 6, in one dune, it was a hole behind the dune, small hole, and I tried to jump the hole, but yeah, I'm not arrived. And with the front wheel, I touched the top of the small dune, and I had a small crash.
It was a bit longer than last year's stage. You know, last year I think we did 30 kilometers, and this year was 80 something. So yes, really glad to get the first stage in the books.
I had the number 7 with the yellow plate, but it's exactly the same as last year with the 61 and white number plate. You know, for me, nothing changed. I have the same goal.
Right now we just general maintenance is just like changing the oil and check if everything else is working well, but usually we don't really do anything much on the first day to the second day. So tomorrow is a long stage and we'll see how that goes, you know.
Won't you join us on Wounded Knee? 'Cause revolution is guaranteed for the people dying to be free. Gotta stand for something, stand and believe, stand and believe. Yeah!
Wow. There's no words to describe this, but just wow.
Heavy loaded, head full of steam. We're steady growing, straight ahead full speed. 'Cause where we're going, it'll set you free. So stand for something, stand and believe. Yeah!
And that marks the halfway point in this epic Dakar Rally. From here, they turn around and head back towards Lima, where the action all began. What challenges await our heroes on this treacherous terrain? Find out in part 2.